Hey, it's Tpok, back in Katawa Shoujo, and we're gonna continue trying to cheer up Misha. I never realized we only talked like 4 times. It was really all in my head. I only barely realized it now. I remember that, Hichan, but I know where all of those places are too. Wait, let me finish my guided tour, since we're running out of time. By the way, do you want a soda? Making our way to the stairwell, I'm glad that I don't have to pull her by the hand anymore. You get dizzy on stairs, right? Yeah. I guess here is good enough then. I lean against the wall as Misha sits down on the steps across from me. Do you ever miss the people you went to school with in elementary school or middle school? No. That was fast. She didn't even have to think about it. I found myself cringing reflexively. I had more friends in my old school, but I didn't talk to them anymore. I don't talk to them anymore. It almost feels like that was another lifetime ago, which is sad, really. Sometimes I want to talk to them again, but I know I can't. I'm scared and embarrassed, things like that. They're too far away for me to go see them. Then I think about calling them, but I don't know most of their numbers. And I left on a sour note, so why would they want to see me again? It feels like I should just forget about it, but I still think about it anyway and regret that I didn't try harder to stay in touch somehow. And I start to think that maybe feeling like I should forget about it is wrong. It would be an insult to all those people I had fun with and a waste of all the good times. Like I said before, even if there are some bad times too, it's alright if you can look back on them as happy memories. But I didn't even think about it then. So it was like I woke up one day and realized I had no friends. I just let myself lose all my friends, and it felt awful. I'd really hate it if you and Shizune ended up the same way, that's all. That's all. It makes me sad to think you'll do the same thing and push away your friend, especially because you're not that far away from Shizune. I mean, you even live in the same dorm. Friend, Aren't you my friend too, Hichan? Yeah. You slept through all of it, but the fireworks were really nice way back at the festival. My first time seeing fireworks like that, and my first time really seeing the sky in a while. And I'd never really looked at the stars before then either. I thumbed through a book about them while I was in the hospital though, and learned a lot. Like that stars aren't just burning, they're more like a constant chain of explosions, so far away that some of the stars I'd be seeing would have been burnt out for thousands of years already. It's that their light would only just be reaching the Earth. I saw a mock-up comparing the size of the planet to our sun, and then that to other suns. Japan wasn't even visible on the tiny Earth in that book. You know what I'd never realized? She looks at me expectantly. They're amazingly shiny. It's true. Why are you doing this, Hichan? Doing what? I'm not stupid. I don't know. A bunch of reasons. Because you're Shizune's friend, and I liked how close you were. And maybe I'm trying to tell you that we all have our low points, but giving up is stupid. Anyway, it seems worth the trouble. That's the only reason? And you're my friend. That's it? Can't I do something for no reason? You can, but I want to know. Well, what else do you want to hear? The bell rings before Misha can reply, so she ends up laughing instead. Oh, well, I was interested in what she was going to say. I see less of Misha in the following days, but I don't worry because when I do see her, she looks a bit more like her old self each time. Once it's clear enough that I don't have to be afraid of it being my wishful thinking coloring my perceptions, I start to relax again. For a second I thought it was going to be another day, another loading screen. I wake up very early and feeling sick on Sunday. I went to sleep too early last night too. Something's also wrong with my curtains, and they won't close completely. Because of that, I can't even attempt to go back to sleep. The sun hits me in the eyes every time. I'm sure this is probably why I woke up so early this morning as well. Being this sick and tired is a perfect storm of frustration. I'm almost glad when there's a knock at the door. It's a familiar person holding an almost completely eaten apple in his hand. Taking one last bite, he attempts to shoot it into my trash can and misses completely, and smashes apart on the wall. And it smashes apart on the wall 2 meters too high. To be fair, most of the pieces afterwards do manage to fall into the trash can, but I'm pretty sure no one is so brazen that they would be aiming to do something like this on purpose. Perfect shot. Sup, roomie? I'm not your roomie, we don't live in the same room. It doesn't matter. It does, you should at least know the difference between living in the same building and living in the same room. I need to use your room. For what? I messed up, I should have said absolutely not. The student council keeps delivering my mail even though I asked them to put it in my locker or something. But they keep putting it under my door and delivering my mail without me noticing it, so today I'm lying in wait to catch them in the act, like a detective or a safari hunter. I need to chill in your room for today and look through that little peephole, or I won't be able to catch them in the act. And maybe tomorrow too. That'll be awesome. We'll get pizza on both days, or should we get pizza on just one day and something else on the other day? But what? And which day is pizza day? Not today, never. You know, I'm in the student council. Why don't you just ask me about this? If you had, I would have been able to find out very easily and wouldn't have to have Kenji in my room. It's a win-win, except I guess this way you might be able to get a pizza out of me. I start thinking that maybe that was Kenji's intention. But no, I doubt it. There's no way you could plan something that elaborate. You know? Oh, I thought you were just gonna continue. When they deliver mail? Well, no. They just hand me my mail when I go to the student council usually. The point is, I could find out by asking them. Then I know that I could tell you. That's how people find out things. By asking. Not cavemen. Oh yeah, no response to that, right? Checkmate. Use your own people. What if they see me? They can't, that's how peoples work. It's like a one-way glass. For real? Well, no way. They'll be expecting me in my room anyway. They'll sense my presence and know I'm there. They'd never expect me to actually be in the room across the hall. I'm gonna go to the student council room and go get your mail for you right now. Then I guess I can't let you leave. That's dumb. What if I have to use the toilet? Your games won't work on me. I sit down on my desk and start doing my homework for the weekend. You know, you're gonna have to leave eventually, so you can't stay here forever or keep me here forever. I mean, this is my room to start with. Yeah, I don't think I can. What time's the mail usually come? Now. Why are women so slow? Why do you care so much about the mail anyway? Are you expecting something? I'm always expecting something. Not today, though. Do you want them to send something? Do you even send mail? Nope, that's how they get you. I haven't used mail since I was 8. Sent a letter to Lego asking them to make Dragon Ball Legos. They said they couldn't get the rights and it gave me some coupons. Totally worth it, but after that I made sure to stay off the radar. You don't use mail, do you? I wrote to my parents last week. But that's how they get to you. Yes, I should have known. Maybe that's why they put that microchip in me the next day. So, the rumors were true. I'd like to know what rumor mill he got that from. I was kidding, it was a joke. Joke? Damn. You would joke on me? I guess that is how it feels. To have jokes cracked on. I never thought it'd happen to me. This is a serious issue, man. Man, I think you're not appreciating the depths of my dilemma. It's a work in many acts. Complicated acts, with many players. It's really hard, okay? After I'm done, I'm gonna eat a whole fish to celebrate. Oh shit, I wanted a pizza though. I still want a pizza. Can I get fish on the pizza? Do they do that now? You're going to be paying for it. You still haven't paid me back and I'm not hungry right now anyway. Not in the mood for pizza? That's just not possible, son. It's got to be pizza anyway. I'm in the pizza stage of my life. Before I was in an ice cream stage, but my girlfriend kept eating all the strawberry out of my Neapolitan. It'll probably happen to you too. It's hard to tell if he's serious half the time. I can only see his expression when he's not nose deep in my door. I doubt that. Hey, you know that I do have a girlfriend, right? Not a Wanako either. The student council president, actually. Old news. What? Seriously? I have my sources. Anyway, then it dawned on me that I had gotten fat from all that ice cream. It was a rude awakening, like sleeping on a beach and getting hit by a wave that destroys your sandcastle. I started running. Had to lose the pounds, but maybe I was really running away from myself. A sudden continuous knocking causes him to leap backwards far enough to hit the wall all the way behind him. I take the opportunity to walk over and open the door. Good morning, what's up? I hear if you salt the door, they can't enter uninvited. I'm not going to put salt in my doorway. But you're considering it. Good. Good morning. Are you here to deliver the mail? Nodding, Shizune waves a couple of envelopes between our faces. I take them from her, freeing up her hands for conversation. How did you know? How did you know? You were hiding it behind your back in a really obvious way. Hiding what? The mail. It's okay, I wasn't trying very hard to hide it in the first place. That's not like you. You're the type of person who'd go, anything worth trying is worth trying hard. Girls taking initiative. And what about me? I've been using that phrase for years. Where's my parade, dog? Spit out literary gold and you women just steal it and wear it out like a 2-for-1 sundress. You're all like the Picard to my Kirk. Or you could even be Janeway. Not all the time. Are you making fun of me? Finally noticing Kenji, she gives him a wave. Hey Kenji, the student council president says hi. Hi. Introduce me. I have no idea what he was saying, but it looked confident. Oh yes, no one is better at saying that kind of stuff confidently. I already did. I even introduced you by title. This is Kenji. He's the guy across the hall. His room is right behind you. Anyway, do you have his mail too? I'm only delivering your mail because it was there. I have early access. It's all about location. Consider it a perk of being in the student council. That doesn't sound very fair. She takes a lot of liberties with her position. At least they're small ones. I never got to enter your room before. It's interesting. Why does he get to see your room and I can't? Is it a guy thing? It's not a secret club being a guy. It should be, with rings. Rings with big-ass emblems. And gold. Are you sure? Are you really sure? I always thought that there was a secret brotherhood of men. Why is she ignoring me? Let me tell her about the guy club. Also, what's up with the hand signals? Is she trying to hex me or something? No, stay out of this. I'll have to translate everything you say to her, and I'm not sure if I could even handle it. And she'll probably misunderstand it, and then you'll probably misunderstand the reply, and then I'll have to translate your rebuttal. Rebuttal? Why would I rebut? I like my butt. What? What is he saying? He says he has no rebuttal. Rebuttal to what? I haven't even begun to challenge him yet. I don't like the way she put that. So it appears she wants to. But about what? It doesn't matter, since it wouldn't end well. Don't pick fights when there are none. I've never met your friends. Why can't I? It looks like he's being passionate. I suppose with the way he's flailing around it would be stupid to expect Shizune to think otherwise. Anyway, I'd better change the subject. Not that it would be likely to work on her, but I'm sure that she has to come here for a reason, other than to just drop my mail off. It was something that tiny. If it was something that tiny, she wouldn't have even bothered knocking. You didn't come here to just give me my mail or chat up my friends, did you? Shizune snaps her fingers in mock frustration. It's as cringe-inducingly loud as ever. You're right. Let's go somewhere again. Do you have somewhere in mind already? You're right again. Let's go to the usual place. She whips out a bag of neatly wrapped containers from just outside the doorframe. I'm guessing they're filled with food, and this time it doesn't look store-bought. Setting it down to her between her feet, she continues. Is that for me? It was a real surprise to see. I have to have something over everyone at the very end. I agree in the way people normally do when someone makes a statement in front of them that tells more than they meant to tell. Well, fine, if you're both going to ignore me, I'm out of here. So cruel. You'll regret this. Hey, happy times. Not long afterwards, we find ourselves on the school roof. Is it normally deserted at this time on a nice day like this, on the weekend? No, of course not. I can only think that it's because of Shizune. Not that clearing out a roof would require anything more than posting a sign on a door. The empty plastic container Shizune had packed our meal in lied next to me. It was another quiet meal, since holding chopsticks prevents us from saying too much to each other. I gotta admit, this slow zoom in is kind of freaking me out, because there's like staring. It's not like at me, it's like just over my shoulder. Which is weird. While it's not blowing hard enough to be a problem, the wind is a little strong today. It blows the plastic bag loose from under the empty containers, so it whips around for a bit before rolling over my legs and getting caught on the tip of Shizune's shoe. Immediately, she grabs it and starts signing, not looking happy that I'm laughing at her, even though she's trying not to let out a laugh herself. With the bag in the way, however, she has to eventually sit on it to continue. Very funny. How was it? The food? It tasted familiar. That means it was bad. No, I remember eating this exact meal before when you made it. Not exactly the same. The fried shrimp was new. It's the only thing I know how to make, but I should have improved. How many times have you made it before? This is the second time. Making this particular meal. Cooking. Next time it's your turn to try it. But the way she keeps tugging at the corner of the bag is bothering me. I think I know why she's doing it. Is it really bugging you that much? I want to pack them up properly. It's okay, I'll get them. As I'm picking them up, I realize she must have brought a lot of food to be able to fill up all these containers. I didn't even eat much. Shizune must have some metabolism in her to pack all that away. Even though Even though I've only been up for a second, it's long enough to stupidly trip over my own feet. Barely managing to break my fall, I end up landing on my elbows and knees right next to Shizune's lap. As I pull myself back up, my hand gingerly held onto my chest. All I can think about is how my knees hurt and how this fall could have killed me. I feel nauseous. Shizune gives a helpful push on my shoulder to help me upright, though I notice her eyeing me oddly. Unfortunately, even a light shove is enough to take me by surprise. Are you okay? I nod, but we don't return to sitting beside each other. Naturally, being alone with Shizune is enough to involve a lot of silence, but I only start to notice it now. The typical sign of awkwardness. Again, she's the one to break the ice. I was expecting you to try something dirty. I was not. And now the mood is back to awkward. Oh, wow. That's really awkward. But, I think that's awkward enough to end it there. So, yeah, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.